Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So we got a tea party. This on your screen is a dude. And I'm going to let you listen to this foolishness and the level of delusion that these people go through. Okay. And then we're going to talk about the underlying issues.
Asked me if I was a man in the car. I said yes. This man turns around and takes me back home. Now, this is a very prime example of somewhat fragile masculinity, but also dishonesty. Not on my end, but on the end of the suitor. I met him last Friday at a club when I was out with my girlfriends. At some point, we duck off, we're talking, we're chatting, we're dancing, we're like really having a good time. We're throwing banter back and forth, we're being flirty, all these things. Mind you, I am flat-chested as fuck. I am not a woman. I'm just a very beautiful man. Proceeds to kiss me, XYZ, right? Has been texting me every day since last Friday when I gave him my number. He proceeds to tell me in the car, I don't really know how to ask this, or, I really just don't know how to bring this up, but are you a man? And I looked at him and I was like, yes, I am. I'm just a very feminine man. He pulls over and he's like, I just want to sit over and just like kind of talk about this for a second. I've never been in this position before, so I'm just like not really sure how to handle it. I had an inkling of a thought, but I didn't want to ask you and you be offended if you were not. However, it's just not something that I'm into particularly. And I think that's part of a bigger conversation as it relates to Black men being interested in just feminine energy, period. He proceeded to apologize and he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I just like felt like I needed to get this off my chest and at least just ask. But if I'm being honest, I was just like, okay, yeah, like that's fine. Like no harm, no foul. Like it's all good. He's like, is it okay if I just, turn around and take you back home? I'm like, absolutely. Yes, please. We sat there in silence as he did a U-turn and literally dropped me back off. But it goes to show that sexuality truly is a spectrum. And while people may not be into whatever parts people have or whatever the case may be, people are just attracted to energy, period, which is okay. That's totally fine. I just had a man pick me up.
Sir, you are being dishonest. You sitting here right now with a 30-inch bust down and a face full of makeup with your Adam's apple shaved down. You sitting here right. You're the epitome of dishonesty. What are you talking about? He was dishonest. No, he wasn't. You're dishonest. You are presenting yourself like he was supposed to know you was a man while you were probably in a straight club, not a gay club, with your friends, which were women, presenting yourself as a woman. You probably very petite. So he probably wouldn't have expected big breasts and stuff like that if you're kind of petite, if you're thin, which I can tell by your face and your neck and your hands that you're thin. And you do look like a woman, especially I can imagine in a club where the lights ain't bright and stuff like that. You do look like a woman. I've seen biological women with harder faces than that. Okay. So you're the one that's presenting yourself dishonestly. Your whole entire presentation is a lie. You are a walking lie. You're walking around in female clothes with makeup on, your nails done, your lashes done, your hair done, your lipstick on. You're a lie. But with a ding-a-ling. That's the part you don't want to say. You got a ding-a-ling. And you're trying to be feminine on top of everything. The lie is that you're trying to be a woman and present yourself like a woman when you're not a woman. You're a gay dude. You're a gay femme, like what they call it, a femme. You're a gay femme dude. You would be the female, quote unquote, in the gay relationship. You'd be the girl. So you lied to him to begin with. And you're talking about a conversation that need to be had. That means you safely made it back home. You realize that, don't you? That you told that man in the confines of a car that he was driving, when he asked you if you was a dude, you said yes. You said that y'all had kind of smooched up the same night while y'all was in the club, him thinking you a girl. You didn't say that then. That's when you were supposed to say that. Oh, what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we chilling, kicking it, but I'm a man. I'm a man. But y'all be on these lies all the time. Your whole life is a lie. And then you present yourself as a lie. And then other people got to be honest. And then y'all don't go for gay men. You go for straight men. You don't even go for other gay men. To say, you know what I'm saying? I know you're gay. I know I'm quote unquote trans, but I'm a dude. I'm a guy. And I still got my guy stuff. Y'all don't want to hook up with gay men who would actually understand all of that. Y'all make y'all way to where straight men are who are looking for women, present yourself as a woman, and then feel some type of way that he's straight and he don't want you because you a dude. I don't care what kind of wig you got on. He don't care about that wig. All he care about is the fact that you are a man. Biologically, you are a man. He was very gracious with you to kind of pull over and like get his bearings. So you're like the thought kind of occurred because in this climate, you gotta ask. You can't just assume. And he asked, and you quote unquote, you came clean then. He could have two-pieced you in that car. Or he could have left you on the side of the road. Man, get up out my car, dude. You know what I'm saying? Before I hurt you, dude. There are men who do not respond very kindly to that at all. Because they feel like you lied to them. And they feel like, you know what I'm saying? Which you did lie. You did lie. And he kindly and safely brought you back where he got you from. And didn't text you no more and didn't call you no more. Because you're a dude. You were still trying to show up as a girl. When he picked you up, I bet you had your heels on and everything. Like trying to talk about I'm flat-chested, like that was supposed to let somebody know. It's plenty of women that ain't got no breasts. Especially if she kind of thin and petite. If she little, she don't got no breasts. There are women out here that don't really got no breasts. That's why they make A-cup bras. It's biological women walking around here just as flat-chested as a boy. And they are biological women, born women, and grown. So that's not a 100% indicator. You were supposed to say you a dude. That's what you're supposed to say. But y'all like being sneaky. And this is why y'all get pieced up, because y'all like being sneaky with people, especially men. You a man, you should know not to do that. I don't care how feminine you try to be. You know you a dude. So you know how other dudes think. I don't want to hear that. You know how dudes think and you know how they react. So you of all people, as a fellow man, should know how men think and know that men are not going to be appreciative of being lied to, especially where it concerns their sexuality. Because if a straight man is straight, He don't mess with gay men. He don't. He's straight. That's why y'all need to go to y'all little rainbow places. So you know everybody kind of on that same kind of wavelength. So if you tell somebody you a tea party, they ain't too taken aback by that because we is in the gay club or we is in the rainbow, you know what I'm saying, party or whatever. Or we live in the rainbow neighborhood. So you know that ain't that out of the way for us because that's what we doing. But y'all, like I said, y'all make y'all way, break your neck to come somewhere where the straight men are at. And this is why a long time ago I told black women to stop that. Stop hanging around them because they call themselves trying to replace you. Y'all still trying to be friends with them. Little do a lot of people realize that the rainbow community as a collective don't really mess with tea parties. The LG and the B part don't really mess with nothing that comes T and after. They not really messing with them. They barely messing with the B's. And this is why they don't like y'all. Because y'all run around and you lie. You lie to folk. Your whole appearance is a lie. That's where I'm stuck at. You trying to have this other think piece conversation. No, sir, you are lying because you coming on this camera right now with a full face beat. Making sure you ain't got no facial hair. Making sure, you know what I'm saying? You probably taking some type of hormones or something. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm Elsa, the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonite.